It's Not Another Buffalo Podcast, hosted by three of the most underqualified sports personalities this side of the canal. With John.
All you people out there who are like, these idiots don't know anything. First of all, you're right. And second of all,
Pat.
I'm just a dad talking in a closet, but I'm just saying.
And Brando.
We have this trust built on whatever it is, like Bibles and gold bricks and whatever Brandon Bean's drinking over there.
all right, welcome back to Not Another Buffalo Podcast. It is not a Victory Tuesday, sadly, but we do have a great show for you guys tonight. Game picks, quotes with Brando this week, switching it up. Quotes, I was going to say Brando's Steel segment week, and Sabres update for sure.
Season opener, baby.
It's coming up soon.
It is.
So
I don't know how you feel about it, but it makes me feel something.
They're 5-1 in the preseason?
Preseason pledge applies to all sports.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair. I needed to know if it was just football or if that's the same for hockey as well.
No, it's even worse for hockey, man. The NHL squad's in Europe right now, so these preseason games, I want to say the last two have been like real deep cuts to our roster. I mean, like the draft picks are playing, so you got some high level players, but
right,
the big guns are overseas right now. In Prague, maybe.
Yeah. That's right. They start on Friday at like noon. Before we get going, just want to let you guys know this episode is brought to you guys by Small City Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or manage property in Western New York, call 585-409-1088. That's our guy, Zach Korzelius, 585-409-1088. He's got a house in Batavia available right now that you should check out on smallcityrealestate.com. And if you want to reach out to him over email, it's Zachary@smallcityrealestate.com. So yeah, boys, where do you want to start?
John,
You want to start with this?
I kind of want to start with something. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, perfect.
Pat, I want you to start with another dad joke out of the book. Is that acceptable? Can we
Get it go early.
Yeah.
Early and often.
Let's get him some knee slappers here for the folks.
This is handing the ball off to your star wide receiver early in the game to get him touches. That's what this is right now.
I very, very much look forward to this every week. Now, you're like 3 for 3 in a row that made me laugh out loud.
So let me tell you about my grandfather. He was a baker in the army. He went in all buns glazing.
Oh, that's good.
Good one, Pat. Keep that book handy at all times.
I will. My grandpa really was in the military, but he was just a weatherman. He just got to chill, really. Just look at a dollar.
The weatherman. My grandpa was a cook in Korea. So they
he came in
hard.
buns glazing.
Buns glazing.
You ever
The
watch
dude could cook, though. The good dude could really cook.
Are you a Seinfeld guy at all, Brandon?
Of course.
He's like when Frank Costanza.
Or he's supposed to be like 19, but he looks like the same age.
He poisons the whole platoon.
Yep.
Gives him the shit. But,
That's funny.
yes.
All right. Well, we are going to talk some Bills here. Don't worry. But, we lost this week. We're not going to. You've got a million other shows out there where you can listen to people break down exactly what went wrong. And I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit.
Well, John, I'll tell you.
We're still going to have some fun on a losing week. So
my analysis of this game is we did not score enough points to claim the victory over the Ravens.
that is
And
true.
that's how the game went.
They scored more points than we did.
Scored more than we did. Gave us the loss.
Yeah. So play better next week. That's the solution. Show up to the game. You'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Just know that there's a game and practice for it this time.
Right. Have a defensive game plan.
Pay attention in the meetings. Something.
Right. So anyway, we've got this new segment that we're going to do. We don't know what the heck to call it yet. Maybe pile on, because we're going to be piling on, I guess, but then call
Bills
it pile on because of the Bills pile on. I don't know. We'll come up with that later. But basically, we got a couple of prompts here. We're all going to kind of fill in the blank with some of the answers that we've come up with ahead of time. And I'm excited to hear what you guys say, because Pat already spoiled one of his before the beginning.
It's hilarious.
And it's really funny. So anyway, the first prompt, the first fill in the blank, Mad Lib, whatever the heck you want to call it. Things I enjoyed more than watching the Bills lose 35-10. So, Brandon, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, the things that I enjoy more than watching the Bills get their butt whooped is paying for my health insurance every month.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, I'll go next. I enjoyed my circumcision more than watching the Bills lose 35-10 on Sunday Night Football. Pat, what about you?
Watching Tim Waltz debate JD Vance tonight on CBS at 9 p.m.
That's funny.
It's good.
Pat, my next one on here was talking politics, so I appreciate that you led with that. But I'll go to a different one. My next one is things I enjoy more is waiting in line anywhere.
Yeah,
I'll wait in line.
DMV especially.
Grocery store, the bank, anywhere.
Yep.
The bathroom.
Yep. All right. My next thing I enjoy more than watching the Bills lose 35-10. Transformers 3. That was, I don't know if you guys have seen it.
They're great.
But that's
I hate all the Transformers movies.
Biggest waste of 2 hours in my life. That was bad. I can rock with Transformers 1, but the Mark Wahlberg and dinosaurs was that was a bridge too far.
I saw a headline yesterday on Yahoo. I'll go to my homepage on my school laptop is Yahoo. And the first thing that came up was Megan Fox voted as second most attractive female lead ever because of her role in Transformers. And my only thought was, why would you write that headline? You want me to click to see who's first?
Right. That was my question.
I'm not going to click who's first.
So you didn't click. You didn't see who was
I'm on my
first?
school laptop, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right. I was going to say, do we got any more on here?
Yeah,
I
got some more.
Yeah.
All right. Pat, you go next.
Every phone call and email exchange I've ever had with FAFSA.
Nice. Yep. I feel like most parents who filled out a FAFSA before would agree with that for sure.
Pat, I had one on here that says the student loan process, but you hit that one too. So the last one I'll say, the things that I enjoy more than the Bills getting their butt kicked is Dolphins fans.
Yes.
Yep.
No offense to some of my close Dolphins fans.
Yeah. I got one more. One more thing I enjoyed more than watching the Bills lose 35-10 was watching Dobby die in Harry Potter.
Dobby.
So
I have one more raging thing that I enjoyed more than the Bills lost. That would be my raging prostatitis and my raging hungry baby making me wake up every 2 hours every night. So That's good.
Are both those things equally raging, do you think?
Well, I don't think Luke is raging that bad. But
That's hilarious. Oh man, I love it. All right, next up, we have things I trust more than the Bills' run defense versus Derrick Henry. Brando, you want to kick us off again?
Yeah, my fart after I go to Taco Bell.
That's good. Pat, what you got?
An 8th grade science unit on evolution in the state of Alabama.
Oh, that's good. I'll kick it off with P. Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah. Brando, what you got next?
The things that I trust, the weatherman.
Yep, that's accurate. Pat?
I trust the blood pressure and mental well-being of debate moderator Margaret Brennan after J.D. Vance and Tim Walz finish talking about the future of our country tonight at 10:30 p.m. on CBS.
That's funny.
Oh, that's good. Things I trust more than the Bills' run defense versus Derrick Henry. Handing Calvin Ridley a phone with DraftKings open.
Oh, can't be doing that. You never know. Your bank's going to go empty. Yeah.
No.
Things I trust more than the Bills' run defense against Derrick Henry is my golf swing.
Yeah. If you can't trust your golf swing, then we're sure as heck not trusting my golf swing.
I don't trust my golf swing. So if you ever meet somebody that trusts their golf swing, just be wary.
Yeah, they're either professional or a psychopath or both. All right, Pat, what you got next?
My son's diaper the second after I put it on him once he's finished taking a bath.
Oh, that's good. I love it. Emails from a Nigerian prince. Trust those more than the Bills' run defense versus Derrick Henry.
Absolutely.
I got two more. Brandon,
go ahead. I'm out.
Oh, you're out. Okay.
Yeah.
Things I trust more than a Bills' run defense versus Derrick Henry. Stefon Diggs saying he wants to retire a Buffalo Bill.
That's funny. Also, I got one more, but I'll go after Pat. Sorry, go ahead.
All right.
Bill Belichick's Riz. I do really trust that, though.
I was gonna say there might be some trust there. You seen the ring videos, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, the Rizzler. Oh, all right. I got one more. Monte Teo's relationship status on Facebook.
Oh, that's funny.
And Brandon, finish this off here.
Yeah. Things I trust more than the Buffalo Bills' run defense versus Derrick Henry were the iceberg spotters on the Titanic.
Oh, oof. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
They missed that one.
But not the iceberg. Yeah. All right. Last one we got for you guys here. Things designed better than McDermott's game plan versus the Ravens.
Blockbuster's 5-year plan in 2005.
That's good. That's good. Pat, what you got?
Any piece of Tap Out, UFC, or Fox apparel from the year 2007.
That's funny. I've got the Ocean Gate Titan submersible.
Okay.
That was a little bit better designed.
Oh, I have the Panthers trade for Bryce Young.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. The whole package.
A prefabricated, expendable, and folding mobile tiny house from Amazon.com.
Yep.
Where's the plumbing go?
This is great. Pat's reading his answers like Cards Against Humanity cards. Like they have the same tone of voice. I love it. I love it. The Bay of Pigs invasion for you history buffs. Things better designed than McDermott's game plan versus the Ravens.
Buffalo's waterfront property.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof. Oh, shots fired.
There's nothing to shoot at. It's all empty buildings. I don't know what you want. I don't know.
Couple of silos you might hit with that.
Historical markers, though, I guess. So.
All right, Pat, what you got?
Any Boeing aircraft.
So good. All right, last one I got. It's not that great, but the USB, I feel like, is better designed than McDermott's game plan versus the Ravens.
I like the
Put
USB.
it in, you flip it over, you try to put it in, and then you flip it back over again. It's the worst.
Is it USB-A,
USB-A.
Okay.
USB-C has fixed the
USB-C,
problem since. Yes. But
I say the American healthcare system.
oh,
Tackling some big issues tonight.
this is some truth. At what time, Pat?
Tonight, 9 o'clock on CBS.
Oh, bravo, Pat. I love it. Oh. Where do we go next with this, Brandon? Do you want to do a Sabres
No,
update?
I'm just laughing at Pat. That was funny.
That was good.
Funny. Just delayed.
Yeah. All right. Let's get in a little Sabres update here with our correspondent Brando here. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Sabres update. Oh, he's putting on a different hat. This is Lando. This is Lando Habermas over here. Lando Calrissian, whatever. But we like to check in with Brando once an episode. We don't have a lot of time for it, so we kind of keep it brief. So we just ask the important questions with the Sabres update. It's brief, it's insightful, and we get the answers we need. So let's check in with our correspondent Brando.
It's time for the weekly Sabres update.
Brando, we just want to check in and ask the important question. Have the Buffalo Sabres made the playoffs yet?
No, they have not. But with Lindy Ruff as coach and Rasmus Dahlin as captain, this
has been your weekly Sabres update.
It really might not be our year, but we're gonna try, and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully to play some meaningful games in March.
Yep. That would be, I'd go for meaningful games in December as long as it wasn't already downhill by that point. So
yeah, anything that's better than what it's been. So
it's true. All right, Brando, you got some, you said you had some quotes.
I do have some quotes. Okay. Are you ready for them?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Quote number 1, brought to you after week 4 of the NFL. Quote, I try to pride myself on like a feel of the flow of the game and how things are going. And even if we're able to get that off, and even if we're able to do anything with it, that wasn't the right timing for the play, and I've got to have a better feel and understanding.
Is this McDermott talking about the 4th down decisions?
Nope.
No. Is this okay?
It probably should be. It should be McDermott talking about the 4th grade.
Is it when Curtis Samuel dropped the ball and gave Josh the pitch there, and he absolutely got lit up?
Well, it was not Curtis Samuel that said this.
Is it about that situation?
It might be referencing
is this Joe Brady calling that play?
This is Joe Brady calling that play. And I only chose this quote because I was going to be a bit of a hater here on the Mr. McDermott, a.k.a. coach, Mr. Not going to go for it on 4th down, going to go for it on 4th down, not going to go for it on 4th down. Because he made some quite questionable decisions. And Joe Brady's quote, just listen to this. And even if we were able to get it off, and even if we're able to do anything with it, that wasn't the right time for the play. So basically, McDermott ripped him a new one, and Joe Brady's like, well, even if it worked, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Like that sounds like a guy that got yelled at by his boss.
I think it's a hindsight thing too, because like you can say, okay, that's not the right time for it. But if that had worked, you've got the defense on their heels and it
would have been the right time for it.
It would have been the right time if it worked. Like, again, it's all hindsight. And again, like the first fourth down call that McDermott called, and they just snuck it for the first down, right? If they don't get that first fourth down, everyone's like, McDermott, and
that was on what, our own like 40-yard line?
39, yeah.
39, yeah.
And I do think they should have gone for that 4th and 2 instead of punting it. But again, that's like he made a mistake there, but you see all the charts. Yeah. He makes the right decision like 99%.
But I mean,
of the time.
I also feel like that's on Curtis Samuel though. There's no way you just take the hit. At that point, like
say, not today.
Not today. I'm just saying, dude. Like honestly, like I understand like the reverse flea flicker, like especially because they got the safeties playing up a lot of the game, But like, Jesus, dude, like Curtis, like we'll pay you double what you're making now if you just take that hit. Like the entire economy of the city, I just like I don't know if he understood the gravity of the situation. Like I feel like
he didn't catch the memo.
No, or like I don't know. That's just. I mean, obviously, it's I could never perform at that high of a level, and like I'm just whatever MMQBing it right now. But like I just feel like, I mean, you could tell there was no way. I just feel like he shouldn't have pitched that ball. He should.
You know what it reminded me of? I don't know if this is recent, if this was even this year, but there's a clip of. I want to say it's Kirk Cousins. There's a fumbled snap, a shotgun snap goes over his head, and he runs back to recover it, and his running back runs back with him. And at the last second, they're surrounded by guys, and Kirk Cousins just hands it to the running back next to him, and the running back gets rocked. Man. It was the same energy. So I don't know if that clip was from this year. I can't remember if he was in a Falcons uniform when that happened, but yeah, same
That's
energy
funny.
for sure.
John, I'm glad you brought up that you said that. Is that McDermott talking about his 4th down plays? Because I think it should have been. But right. McDermott says in his mind, he's being cocky. He's like, "No, we'll get a stop, guys. We'll get a stop. We'll get a stop." Oh, you said that 3 times now, coach. Yeah, we're going to get one this time. No. All right.
Well, I was going to say that's the irony of punting, right? Because they're like, we're going to punt because we believe in our defense. It's like, if you really believed in your defense, you'd be able to stop them with half a field to go if you were at midfield. But
that's a good point.
That obviously wasn't the case. And yeah, a lot of this is because so Brandon, we talked about, like nickel versus 4-3. So the Bills have run 0% 4-3 all year up until this point with 3 linebackers, because that's when you had Nicholas Moreau on the field, because he's the 3rd linebacker at this point. So if this is a Taron Johnson game, it's probably different. So I don't want to overreact. But again,
yeah, well, our plan was to roll out 7th round linebackers against the big time quarterback again. But whoever complained about that, I don't know whoever complained about that. No, but we just talked about the ego last week about how we could do anything we want, and McDermott's ego just like shone through and through against this game. But I digress. I have more quotes here.
All right. Sorry.
Quote, "You might as well bench me." End quote.
Is it a Bills quote?
Nope. It's an AFC contender player.
Okay. So that takes Will Levis off the list.
No. Where's the mayo?
Yeah. No, poor Will Levis gets
doesn't
injured.
know where he's at.
It gets injured, and he hurts his shoulder. He's like, I can do it. I can go back in, coach. And they're like, no, actually, don't worry about it. You just sit over there, rest a little bit, or we're going to let Mason play this one out.
On the broadcast at one point, I think you saw the coach mouth it maybe to Will Levis. Rudolph's got one more. Rudolph has one more drive. I think that's what maybe Louis Riddick said it on the broadcast. Yeah. He's like, I think I heard coach say Rudolph's going to get one more. And then it turned into the whole game. Yeah.
Might as well sit me.
You might as well bench me.
Tyreek?
Bench me.
Nope. This was a response to a fan talking to him about fantasy football.
Travis Kelce?
No.
Contender in the AFC.
AFC. I was going to say Kyle Pitts usually disappoints in fantasy for people.
He has Ellen DeGeneres playing quarterback for him.
Wait, what?
Ellen is his quarterback.
Zach Wilson's back playing quarterback for the Broncos.
Think about it. Just think about it.
I don't know, like Garrett Wilson or something. I don't know.
No, he's quite a big name.
Oh, are you calling Joe Burrow Ellen DeGeneres?
I am calling Joe Burrow.
All right. It's T. Higgins or Jamar Chase.
Yes, it's T. Higgins. T. Higgins' response to a fan. A fan said, T. Higgins, I need you to score a touchdown for my fantasy team this week. And Higgins said, you might as well bench me.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, the money curse really prevalent this year.
Yeah.
Or it's just Ellen. But all right. I
was gonna say, speaking of money, you guys got any interest in Devontae Adams on the trade block for a 2nd round pick, possibly?
I hear we got an extra one.
Yeah, we do. We do. Now, do we have any salary cap? No. But
you'd have to trade probably Tyler Bass and Von Miller to get him.
Yeah.
Swap kickers and give him Von.
I was going to say, those are 2 very unpopular players at the moment. I don't think everybody would be super sad to see those 2 go at this point.
I don't know. Von was playing well. I mean,
he was. Did you see you saw the suspension though? He's out for the next 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do the crime, you pay the time.
Yeah, unless you're Rashee Rice, then you can drive absolutely hammered. I'm not saying that like there's, if you play the Pain Olympics, everyone gets hurt. I understand that, but
well, I was gonna say Rashee's probably gonna get his punishment by the end of this year because of the cycle.
And I mean, the universe gave him his punishment, I guess.
It's a really tough spot to make comparisons because any comparisons like inevitably are just insensitive.
Yes.
So. But anyway,
he got it because of what he did last year, right? And it's like a year down the timeline.
Supposedly, yes.
New. But
right.
then
which would be really bad.
Yeah. And you know what? At least Patrick Mahomes took justice into his own hands, right? Is that too bad? Is that bad to say? He wanted to be the judge, jury, or an executioner. We have a good culture here, man. So
yeah.
Anyways,
well, I'm sure Chris Collinsworth was clapping on the sidelines for that. So I'm applauding everything that Patrick does hand and foot.
This man is just a good dude. All right. I got a couple more here.
What a guy.
He told me his mom is 8 days older than me, so there's no chance he thinks I'm cool.
Wait, okay. Repeat this again and then give us some context.
All right. This is a player in reference to another player on his team.
Okay.
And he told me his mom is 8 days older than me, so there's no chance he thinks I'm cool.
Is this Aaron Rodgers talking about somebody?
No.
Is it like Calais Campbell? Oh.
No.
Quarterback. Kurt?
No.
I'm sorry, not Kurt. Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
Who else? It's probably Joe Flacco.
It is Joe Flacco. Yes. Yeah. Talking about Anthony Richardson as he comes in and saves the day for Anthony Richardson, lighting it up
That's
out
so
there.
Crazy. That would be like if one of your classmates had a kid and then you played on the same NFL team with him. That is bananas.
Or like having your own kid and playing on the same NBA floor as him.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
I was going to say that's happening this year.
LeBron. Yeah. All right. I have 2 more quick ones. You guys should fly through them. All right. I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. This is in reference to a comment about a team's culture.
This is like Tom Brady on the broadcast or something.
It is Tom Brady on the broadcast.
That sounds like a pricky thing to say.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield said that the culture when he came in was super high strung and a lot of anxiety. And Baker's tried to kind of like chill out a little bit. And Brady took that as in, I want a ring, bro. We win rings when I was here. I thought that was funny.
Jeez.
All right. Last one's for you, Pat. I changed my pants at halftime.
It's not Lamar, is it?
No.
Not again.
Not again.
Like changed my pants at halftime. It is also a quarterback, and he may or may not play for a team that we've already talked about with quotes today.
Joe Burrow?
No.
Team we already talked about with quotes. That's a lot of teams. We've covered a lot of ground here.
It's not 32 teams, though.
That's true. We can start cutting
Southern
off.
team.
Titans?
No. Former
Is
high
it
draft
Doug
pick.
Peterson?
No.
Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Southern team. Oh, Mike McDaniel?
No.
It's a coach, though, you're saying?
No. It's
A
quarterback.
player?
Yeah.
Quarterback.
It's bounced around the league a little bit, found a nice home.
Oh, so it is a Baker.
Is it Baker?
Yeah, it's Baker
Okay.
after the heat. He threw 330 yards in 90 degrees, and he had to change his pants at halftime.
So I threw 150 in each pair of pants.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, you don't want to chafe. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's not a great time.
Hey, and double the eBay sales after, if you're selling your game worn gear there.
You do
so.
pants swaps.
Yeah.
Normalize pants swapping after games.
If that's what floats your boat.
That's funny.
All right, that's all I got. Good job.
All right. Let's see. What do we got left? We got to do game picks here. Let's fly through those because Brandon's got to go to hockey practice here. Or
we have a game. We're not talking about practice. We're talking about games.
Did you see the cast of Shorezies doing a game against the Buffalo Sabres alumni?
No,
at the arena for
that.
fundraising. I thought that was interesting. That's funny. But anyway, all right. Brandon, roll us into some game picks here.
Pat Cap is running away with our game picks, going 4-2 to push his record to 15-9
against the spread.
Against the spread, this guy, DraftKings, check him out. Patrick Betts, Dad's Bets, Mikey's Madness Bets, whatever you want to call it. Get this guy Madness on the board. 15-9. John and I being slum bums down here at the bottom, and we're 10-14. So let's pick it up, John. Game number 1: the New York Jets at Minnesota in London. Sam Darnold against his former team. What do we got? Minnesota's -2.5. Pat, lead us off.
I'm gonna go with the Jets. Upset here, coming off a horrible game. I mean, if you don't play better after that was the most boring game. So give me the Jets.
All right, John.
Minnesota's rolling, but Aaron Rodgers might take a little bit to get through airport security with all his metal replacement parts in his body. Not to mention his tinfoil hat. So give me Minnesota -2.5.
All right. I'm also taking Minnesota, John, but I think Aaron Rodgers is too old to deal with the time change, and Sam Darnold is going to complete the revenge cycle here. So give me the Vikings.
That's been so long, I forgot about that. So hopefully the ghosts are less frequent on European soil, Oh,
they're less frequent everywhere except the Jets.
Yeah, that's true. MetLife ghosts.
Yeah. All right. Game number 2, Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. It is a pick'em even spread. Both of these teams suck. John, who you got first?
Well, Miami plays ugly games now, and New England loves and wins ugly games. So give me geriatric Jacoby here.
Pat, if I
could steal a phrase from,
I would like to
Pat
see
here.
delightful young Drake May. But
delightful Drake. Yes.
You've really got the nicknames down. Geriatric Jacoby, young Drake May. I love that. I was gonna say, Brandon, did you make your pick yet?
Yeah, sorry, I thought there was gonna be more.
Yeah, that's it. That's the pick.
Miami's too good to lose games like this. They have so much money tied up in their wide receivers. Literally, John, you and I played catch outside. Just throw it to Tyreek Hill, just as far as you can. See what happens. Give me the Dolphins. They can't be losing all these games. So, Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. A big AFC North battle. Baltimore is -2.5. Pat, who gets the win?
Well, I feel like these Bengals are just foaming at the mouth here. Getting off the schneid last week. Give me the Bengals.
All right.
I think they're foaming at a mouth, but in a bad, super rabid and going downhill rapidly way. Derrick Henry's a wagon. Joe Burrow is a wheelbarrow at the moment. So give me Baltimore -2.5.
Lamar Jackson might be a wagon, but Joe Burrow is definitely Ellen DeGeneres. I think Lamar is going to be better, so give me the Ravens.
Nice.
And in our next one, John, you put this one on here. Cleveland Browns at Washington Commanders. Is it it's Commanders, right? Okay, well, Washington Commanders. Washington -3. Could this be the lockest of lock games of all time?
No!
Pat says no. Pat, tell me why.
This is why I put this on here, Brando, to answer your question. We need to catch him.
Something's got to give.
His weakness is Cleveland.
Something's got to give. Something's got to give.
What's going to give? Deshaun Watson's not giving anything.
Jamison, Deshaun, there seems to be a lot of turmoil on the team. Kevin Stefanski's really losing control of everything. And for that reason, they're going to win.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's Washington's defense is so terrible that they actually might have a chance. It'll be Cleveland's offense versus Washington defense will look like the XFL out there. I'm telling you, but I don't know. I'm still going to take Washington here because of their offense, but Pat's right. This could be a very ugly, weird game.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I wrote Washington -3. You could push it up even farther. It's the bet of the week, I think. Give me the Commanders.
Well, we'll see.
I was gonna say Pat's gonna scoreboard us here.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
man.
scoreboard you. I'm never picking the Bills again either. Just so you guys know.
I knew he was gonna do that.
We'll get there in a minute, Pat. We'll get there in a minute. Now we got Monday Night Football, New Orleans at Kansas City. Kansas City's a -5 point favorite without their number one wide receiver, without their number one running back. Number 2 wide receiver also, if you want it. Hollywood Brown hasn't played yet. Pat, are they going to be able to overcome this much injury?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me what you think. Yeah.
Derek Carr looks better online or on the back of his trading card. Doesn't matter. They've lost, 2 in a row? They went from not punting for 2 games to losing 2 games in a row in ugly fashion. Give me the Chiefs.
I like it. I know I'm going to regret this pick, but give me the points. The KC is the king of win but don't cover recently, for sure.
I think the Bills had their week where the injuries caught up to them. I think it's the Chiefs' turn. Even if they win it, give me the points.
Nice. KC is just like the worst because they always have these close games and they always pull it out at the end when you're like, just take a loss here, man. Like just one loss. They have to be blown out to lose. And it's annoying. It's annoying.
So Pat, I don't know if I want to start with you for this one. Buffalo at Houston. It's a pick 'em. Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, Nico Collins, Josh Allen, Tank Dell.
You got to pick it straight up. There's no Bills to win, not to cover here.
Josh Allen, you have to pick one.
Unless Joe Mixon shoots more neighborhood kids with a paintball gun, I don't really see. I don't know. On paper, too, I mean, the 2 teams that gave us the biggest, amount of trouble. I mean, you're talking Cardinals and Ravens, both top 5 teams in terms of rush yards overall through 4 games. Texans have significantly less even than we have. So, I mean, that's a good sign for the Bills, but give me the Texans just because I can't risk the scoreboard.
Out of spite. Well, I was going to say, Brandon, you go first. I'll go last.
All right. Stephon Diggs has 0 revenge games in his career. He's 0-3 in his revenge games. So I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Wait, how is he 0? You mean he's 0-3 after this game?
No. Did the Houston lose to the Vikings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so Houston lost to the Vikings and then Bills lost. What's the third one?
He lost. That's it. He's 0-2. He's gonna be 0-3.
Gonna be 0-3.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, you guys know who I have to pick. Stephon, get ready to watch the confetti from the sidelines again. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yeah, that's it. That's the tweet. Anyways,
that's our show for tonight, folks. Go Bills.
That's pretty much. That's pretty much it. Anything else you guys want to get to before we get to this? We will maybe do a Brando's Bet bonus episode, mini episode. If we run out of time, I'll post it as a graphic. Brando's Bets has to get back on the schneid. So like,
I get off the schneid. I'm on it, man. I'm deep in the schneid.
I was gonna say, so we've all kind of shifted. We've all kind of switched roles here this year for whatever reason, because we've had quotes with Brando instead of quotes with Pat. The segment we did was kind of like John's top 10, but not really John's top 10. We've had Brando's top 10 for the fantasy teams before. So we're stealing everybody's segment. Maybe I'll take the reins for Brando's Bets for a week. We'll get back to 2 and 3.
You can grab a rein though, because your steering might be better. But there's 2 reins for a reason. All right, we got to get in sync here. Yeah, it's like Santa, baby. Yeah,
we got to get on the scoreboard here because we're 1 and 3 in Brando's Bets so far. So. We're going to wait a little bit later in the week.
Yeah. Good thing your name's John. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to steal a segment completely, for sure.
No, you'd be making me look bad. That's okay.
No, you're good. Brandon, Brandon started off when we did Brando's Bets the first year, and we didn't really know what we were doing. We finished with a winning record. So,
and he bought a laptop from his winnings.
8 in a row.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I got to share some good picks because I did Brandon knows I had a good weekend.
Yes, I did not. So.
That's all right.
Good job. Good job. Yeah.
It's all right.
Gentlemen, I gotta get going.
Brandon's got to get to his hockey game. Let's sign off here.
To this lady over here behind me. So this little guy.
All right, Pat, don't say anything you'll regret later. All right.
All right.
We'll see you guys again
I'll
next
see you
week.
guys.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.